Yours Clickins, my name is Lauren, and pretty much in today's video I thought it's kind of getting close to October 1st, which is the release date for the £900 $1,000 Death Star. I'm sure you've all seen a bunch of different videos about it. However, I thought that I would do a video talking about the wish list I would rather spend £900 on instead of getting the Death Star. So if I had the budget to get the Death Star, these are the sets that I'd rather end up getting instead of spending that money on one set. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. And I would just like to say, all of these sets, personally, I do not own. There's one set in there, which I will talk about when we get to it, that my boyfriend owns. So technically, between me and him, it's owned. But at the same time, I personally don't own it. So I'm including it in this video. So yeah, there is also one set that is not Star Wars related. However, the rest of them are all Star Wars related. So if you don't really care for Star Wars videos, that's fine. Don't watch this video. This probably isn't for you. However, if you do like Star Wars videos, then stick around, watch the video, all that fun stuff. I also have already recorded this video, but I hated the way it looked, so I'm recording it again. Also, this backdrop is very temporary at the moment. I'm currently working on my whole shelf situation, so if you don't like it, that's fine. It's there for one video. Don't get used to it. Let's get straight into this video. I would also just like to quickly clarify, I'm so sorry I keep stopping myself. The wishlist is actually £902.90. We're just going to choose to ignore that as a collective, and if you're already going to spend £900, what's an extra £2.90? You know, that's what we're going for basically. So yeah. Okay, it has actually just died. My lighting has all of a sudden changed because my light has just died and I currently have it plugged in, but where I have it plugged in is not the best position, to be completely honest, but we'll try and make it work. Let's get into this list now before all the delays keep going. Okay, so coming in at the first place of my list, we have actually got the outlier of the group. So we have actually got the Jazz Club, which is £200 and is the only non-Star Wars set in this list. So it is actually the most expensive set. However, anyone that knows me, anyone that has watched this channel knows that I love the Jazz Club. I love the set so much. So much so, in fact, that I have decided that I'm going to buy it for my birthday. So October 30th, it is getting purchased. We are actually going to Legoland for my birthday. If it is there, then I am going to purchase it. That's basically what I've already decided. So my boyfriend's gonna love me whilst we're there. But yeah, so I'd rather spend 200 of my £900 budget buying the Jazz Club is what I've decided. And then next up on this list, coming in at £160, is the Dark Falcon. This is a set that my boyfriend does actually own. However, I don't currently own it. At some point, we've basically already said that our Lego collections will combine together because we obviously at some point in our relationship would like to move together. Until then, technically, it's not in my collection. Technically, it's just in his collection, and my back is really hurting and I have no idea why. So until it is officially a part of my collection, I've decided that I am going to include it in this list because technically I do not own it. So for £106, I'd rather get a second one technically of that set because I think it is a great set. It is got amazing minifigures, and who does want a Dark Millennium Falcon? I mean, I think it's just a great set, so that's why I'd rather get that instead of getting the Death Star. Yeah, I just think overall it's a great set, and I'd much rather get the minifigures in that selection and in the rest of this list than getting the ones that come in the Death Star because they're all just kind of basic minifigures. I'd rather get the Luke that is in this set than get the Luke's collective that are in the Death Star UCS set. I think it's a UCS set. I don't think they went for the Builder series. I think they went for UCS. Yeah, I think literally out of all the Death Star minifigures, I think the only minifigure that I'm slightly sad about not getting, because I'm never buying the Death Star unless someone gifts it to me, is the Hot Tub Stormtrooper. Other than that, I don't really care for any of the minifigs. I'll be completely honest with you. I hold my hands up. I hold them up. I'm so sorry. Anyway, carrying on with the list, coming in at £149.99 or £150, we have got the Imperial Star Destroyer. So this comes with Cal Kestis, which is one of the 25th Lego Star Wars anniversary minifigs, and great minifig. It also comes with Darth Vader, so I'm already getting my Darth Vader buzz instead of getting the Death Star. So yes, I feel like that's just a good idea. I think it is a great set though. It comes with a handle so you can actually hold the the Star Destroyer. I don't know, I just think overall it is a great set, and I think the minifigs fills a little bit of a void that I would get if I didn't get the Death Star. Does that make sense? Like, it slightly fills that little gap of the Death Star minifigs that I wish I could get, because I actually don't own a Darth Vader. My boyfriend has one because he has the helmet, and so I once had a Darth Vader. I gave it to my boyfriend though, because this was a time when I thought I'm not going to collect any Star Wars set. I thought that all my boyfriend will get all the minifigs. So he has a little minifig case, kind of like the ones that you see down here, and he has Darth Vader. I don't have Darth Vader. So I'd quite like to get this set and get my own Darth Vader. Obviously it doesn't have to be that specific Darth Vader, but it comes with that set. So this is very hypothetical, but if I had £900 to spend, I'd get that set. Next up on my list, for £150, coming in with 1,394 pieces, we have got the Ghost and Phantom 2. I love anything Ahsoka related, which this actually came from the Ahsoka show, but obviously it's a Rebels ship, so it's like a little bit different. But it comes with Hera, it comes with, can't even think, it comes with Chopper, it comes with, why is my brain not thinking? So it comes with Hera, it comes with Jason, it comes with Chopper, it comes with Lieutenant Beta, it comes with Hawkins. I think it is an amazing build. I actually have got the Ghost microfighter. You can't see it, I don't know why I'm pointing back there. In the first video that I recorded, you could. You can't see it, but I actually have that because I think Hera is an amazing character. I love her minifigs, and I think that the Ghost is just such a cool ship. So I would love to own the big set version of it. For £150 as well, if I'm not going to get the Death Star, I'd rather get this, plus all the other sets, obviously. That's why it's in the list. I just think it's a brilliant build though. It does sadly retire by the end of this year, so I definitely want to get it before the year runs out. If I actually do, I have no idea. It is definitely on my priority out of all this list that I want to get, basically. So fingers crossed. We're in September. There's still October, November, December. You never know, it might be a Christmas gift to myself that I buy for myself. Or if I don't get the Jazz Club, this could be it instead. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. We have got for £80. So there's quite a big jump from £150 to £80. So these are getting into the cheaper, below £100 set. We have got K2SO security droid. So this is a recent release. I want to say it was August 1st. Was it an August 1st release, or was it a June? I think it was August 1st. I actually can't remember, to be completely honest with you. But coming in at £80, 845 pieces, I think the K2SO is a great buildable character. I already have C-3PO and I really want to get R2-D2, and I need to get him before the end of the year, but something keeps holding me back and I don't know what it is. But K2SO I think would just be a great addition to my collection. I think he's great. I haven't watched Andor at all, and I'm so sorry to anyone that might offend. I haven't watched any Andor. I haven't watched season 1, I have watched season 2. It is a show that I want to watch though. However, I have watched Rogue One, and the first person that ever introduced me into Star Wars, for me, Rogue One is not worth it, so we never watched it that time around. However, recently, me and my boyfriend, I say recently, like last year before that, my boyfriend made me watch Rogue One, and I actually quite like Rogue One. It was good. And K2SO, I think K2SO is an amazing droid, and I love K2SO. So I'd quite like to own the buildable character version of him. So £80 spent on K2SO instead of the Death Star, pretty much. And then because we are going off of the fact that the Death Star releases on October 1st, the next one technically hasn't released, so it's kind of a throwaway one. Do we still count it? I think we can still count it because it releases the same time as the Death Star. But if you haven't gathered already, it's the Gingerbread AT-AT Walker coming in at £55. Technically this is a seasonal item, but I still really want it. So it's £55. I think that this is one of the best Christmas sets of this year. I think it is the best Christmas set of this year, to be completely honest with you. I think it's great. I wish that they gave Darth Vader some eyes in this, but the Gingerbread Darth Vader is phenomenal. I also wish that they gave him a lightsaber, a candy cane lightsaber. I think that would have been fun. But I just think that this is a great little set, and I would like to own it. I think it's really cute, and I would happily put it up somewhere proudly on display every Christmas. So I'd have it up even if it wasn't Christmas. I just think it's a cute build. I love cute stuff, and case in point, and it would I think it would go nicely in my collection. So if I had £900 to spend, I'd probably get it. And to be honest, I kind of want to get it October 1st, but I know that I am going Legoland for my birthday. So part of me low-key wants to save money for when I go at the end of the month for my birthday. I also am going on holiday in October. I'm going to Greece for the week, or a week in October. So I've got a lot of stuff that I need to spend money on pretty much. So I don't know if I'm buying any Lego next month other than at the end when it's my birthday. But yeah, Gingerbread AT-AT Walker, it's a great build. I also don't own an AT-AT, so it would be fun for my collection. Next up at £50, we have got Board in the Tantive IV, which, okay, let's just put this out there. £50, I don't think it's worth it. I'm sorry, it's not. It's almost always going on sale. I think it retires at the end of this year. However, it comes with the 25th anniversary Arctrooper 5s, which I really want 5. As stupid as it sounds, I have almost bought this set before because I wanted 5s. But if we're talking £900 budget, buy whatever you want, just don't get the Death Star. I'm gonna get it. Like, it's as simple as that. I quite like the set. I don't know if it is worth £50, but I think, again, it's a great build and it would definitely itch a little scratch instead of getting the Death Star, because I still feel like I'm getting something somewhat similar. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm still getting the same sort of vibes. It's just not the Death Star. So yeah. And then the next set coming in at £30, we have got Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter. So I love Obi-Wan. How can you not? He's a brilliant character. It comes with Tonwi, it comes with his little droid, and I think it's so displayable as well. It comes with 282 pieces. I think it's a great little under £50 build, and it comes with the landing stuff, so I feel like you can display it quite well. So I think it's displayable, which is good, and it's just a nice set. So £900 budget, it's gonna get bought. I don't know what I'm saying, but it doesn't really itch the Death Star scratch. Doesn't scratch the Death Star itch. It doesn't fix the want for a Death Star, but it fixes my Star Wars want, and it's a set that I have debated buying many times. Next up on the list for £18, I'll be honest, the next two were just kind of because I wanted to make up the £900 budget, so they're slightly throwaway ones, but not really. But anyway, we have got the 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack for £18, which this is the last set that I added, so technically this is the one that made me go over the £900 budget by £3, so technically don't need this set. But £18 501st Battle Pack, I'm gonna get it. I already have the other battle pack, the M&R battle pack, if you will. I feel like that's when I got back into Lego Star Wars, or when I got more into Lego Star Wars, I feel like I knew it more as the M&R battle pack. I don't know. I might have upset people from mentioning him. I have no idea. I think that is a great little battle pack. I love the 501st Troopers. I love Captain Rex. I love all of that sort of stuff. So it would go nicely in my collection, basically. It would make sense because I don't want to collect many troopers. I don't want to army build with them, but the 501st Legion, I'd happily own some more of them, basically. And then for my final set, as I say that I don't want to army build any clone troopers, we have got Clone Commander Cody brick heads, which is £10. Here's my final set on this list of sets that I'd like to get instead of the Death Star. It's Cody. I really like Cody. I think Cody's a great character. I like him as a trooper. I like some named troopers. Rex and Cody are just at the top of my list, I guess. So yeah, that is all the sets that I'd rather get instead of getting the Death Star. I have no idea how this video is going to turn out. I might absolutely hate it. I've already re-recorded it once, so we'll see. Yeah, let me know all the sets that you'd rather buy instead of getting the Death Star, because I am curious to know if you want to get the Death Star or are planning on getting the Death Star. Let me know that as well, because I know it's like a very controversial topic. I don't want to talk too much into the Death Star, but just know it's not for me personally. The price probably is a big thing. I don't have £900 to spend on a singular set. Obviously I could save and save for it, but I don't think it's worth that saving in the nicest, most respectful way possible. It's definitely for some people, just not for me. So these are the sets that I would rather get if I had that £900 budget to spend. So yeah, hope you're all having a brilliant day. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe if you're new. Remember you're all beautiful. Remember you're all loved. I will see you all in the next video. My name has been Lauren. Bye!